Hello and welcome to the Temple of Tomes with your host, Indie Comics Jones. Today is October 22nd, 2020, and this is episode 112. Today we're going to take a look at Engineward. This is a Vault Comics 399, and this is issue number 4. Okay, it was written by George Mann. Art is by Joe Eisma. And it's colored by Michael Garland. All right. And we have been following this comic all along. Here's the full comic. It's one of the characters in here called a Celestial, and they're all based on the Zodiac. So this one is actually named Libra. And he's actually got 4 arms. So I guess he can always balance something with these arms while he's using his other 2 arms for something else. And their tagline here is Earth is an ancient myth. Now, this is a pretty good comic. It's hard for me to fully recommend it. I am reading another Vault comic that I'm really enjoying called Vampire. And that one, I believe, I just did issue 3 or 4 on that one. That one's a fully recommend. This one I'm having a little struggle with, but I am enjoying it. So I'll give it that much. It starts out, we're on this planet that apparently used to be Earth a long, long time ago. There's certain technologies that are still in play, but mostly it's ruins. There's a number of Celestials based on the Zodiac. There's like 12 of them that are in control of the planet, and they're basically kind of starving the planet out for their own pleasure. They seem to be half robot or cybertronic or something and half human, and what has been discovered is an ancient artifact that Josh the Engineward, who's the star of this comic, has reactivated. So the Celestials are trying to hunt down Josh, and I think that's kind of a nod to Josh Whedon. The story is kind of has elements of Firefly in it a little bit. Josh is actually the Engineward like Cassie was on the Firefly, if you remember the character Cassie that could fix anything. She's a total mechanic. And they're being pursued by the authorities, basically, just like Firefly. The one thing that really bothers me about this comic is they do use profanity in it. I think it would be a lot stronger if they went with frack or frick or something rather than just dropping F-bombs in here. It doesn't seem to fit the characters very well. The other thing is we've got the generic black woman man in here now too. Not to mention Josh has got a side of shaved head, which seems to be very popular in a lot of the comics today. If you've seen my other reviews on this series, I've really liked the character Ichabod. Right now he's struggling with some kind of virus that's gotten it into his lungs. He's having trouble breathing, and they've just been captured in this kind of ruin area that's based on atomic power, and they praise the atom as a god. It's pretty okay. I mean, the story of this one was okay. Not a lot happened. They were able to escape the city, and they went from the frying pan into the fire. They've gone into a cave, and they also have these guys in hot pursuit now. I don't know how many of them will be in the search party, but it's at least Libra and the Gemini twins we got here. All right, and here's them escaping the village, and they go into the nearby caverns that are occupied by something called the Shades. And we find out, or we may find out shortly, who they are. There is a bit of a cliffhanger, and I'm not going to go into it because it's got a huge F-bomb on it, but to end it. But what I like about Vault, compared to the other comics I've been reading from DC and Marvel, there's not a lot of ads in here, which is really, really nice. I'll get in here real quick. Here's the cover for the next one. There was no ads in here at all. I don't know if they're doing that on purpose, but I do enjoy not flipping to the next page and having to fight off an ad. kind of breaking the storyline. This was a really easy read. Like I said, I don't like the profanity. Otherwise, it could be like a perfect kid's book. And the story's pretty good. It's a little on the woke side, but not too badly. And my favorite character is a male character in this, actually. And Josh is okay. There's supposed to be some kind of love connection between Josh and Ichabod that a lot of people are jealous about, but it actually has not been played out at all. And neither character has committed one way or the other to a love affair of any kind. So I'm assuming that might happen in the future, though. The Engineward has got some special power that's going to be bestowed on her, I believe, in the future issues. We'll just kind of have to wait and see. But overall, it's kind of a hang tight on this one. Hopefully they clean up the language in the future. I doubt if they will, because I'm sure they're not reading or listening to my reviews. But it is kind of a recommend for me. It's just a fun comic. Clean it up. It's a great comic. You use it, read it to your kids and everything. So that's what I got for this week, or today, I should say. I'm going to have another one shortly, another review shortly, and that'll be Big Girls number 3 from Image Comics. But thank you very much for stopping by. Please like, please subscribe, please leave comments. And once again, this is Indie Comics Jones from the Temple of Tomes bidding you adieu.